welcome to Ross-Age Stadium, home to the Purdue Boilermakers here in West Lafayette, Indiana, and they have been ready to go boiler up since early this morning. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Ducks will boot it away to start the game. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Purdue's offense will start this game off. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him every motion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
From the gun, running back on the move. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Looking downfield, it's Card. Looking down the middle. And his throw is incomplete. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. So the Oregon Ducks offense has the ball for the first time. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to hit people.
Roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Looks as if we have... Last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Now, on that incompletion, I think the quarterback is being just a bit too careful. Trying to throw that ball too far outside. Obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable for that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. To the air, it's Card. He's got his man.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His toughness is going to get tested.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
We just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the right. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they're going to be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. He's got it down the middle. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play, and gets the first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Tackled after picking up the 1st down. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to throw, it's Card. He makes the grab. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. How about the mix of play calls on this drive. 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up the first and goal.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions. Now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Boilermaker.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in the rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Give to the single back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing in this one.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the ground with the back. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
He makes the connection. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Grabs it in the middle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Leaves it with the back. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Got his man downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive
offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You get a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Going up top on first down. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Purdue!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. Oh, ball's out! Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And I love running quarterbacks, but I get it when people are conservative about it, because this is why. Because they do have a tendency to fumble the football more. They don't work on those drills every day like running backs, taking care of that thing, wrapping it up, and you can see it there, and he coughed it up.
Got it behind the line. It's McCovey. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly.
Touchdown, Boilermaker! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets to his progression, David, hits him in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They'll run it from the gun.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Holmes and fires complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested games.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Give to the running back. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves the change for the first down.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass, it's Card. Gets it out quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Grab behind the line, it's McCovey. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Purdue!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And Jesse,
oh, look out. There he goes. Inside the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. It's a draw. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working the middle, it's complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They called PI on the offense this time. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Card. It's complete to the left. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The give to the back. On the move at the 30. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about.
Hold it. Open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's the handoff. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Here we go. Looking to move it through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Snagged in the middle, it's Ferguson. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And the Ducks in the hurry-up. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. They're bringing heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. And after the miss, it still takes 3 possessions to catch them. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Boilermakers will kick it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's low. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Got it set up on the outside. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. He's right on target. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll try to get it through the air. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed and so much electricity now with these guys.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Oregon! The AT unit on the field. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Card. Lets it fly. And the pass hits, picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Trying to find his man on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits. And
he's going up top. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Ducks! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Easy. Trying to pound it in. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
no doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. All kinds of room to the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Boilermaker! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
We can string a few more drives like that together. Man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops called and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you scored here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Back to pass, it's Gabriel. He's got his man. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Just flying
make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Smashes through. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. The Ducks want to move quickly. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Makes a stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting it forward.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Got his man quickly. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that third down. The Boilermakers will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch, called for and made. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, the ground game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive things.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Complete to the right. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Back to throw, it's Card. Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They'll throw it on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense. And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
Yeah, and you just want to keep...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! And the comeback is on. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
It definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Defense might bring the house here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, first down. He leaves it with his back. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he told this. Small game, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He's got it on the right. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. The run from the shotgun. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Second and goal for this offense. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Coming after him. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He takes it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. He thought about bringing that out for a half-second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for a man. It's Card. Got his man on the outside. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take it.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Tackle was made after the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Now they'll run it to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive 1st down play.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play is going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take it.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with just over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes his connection. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Man, that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, a defense has to go on the field and get
the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. Zings it complete to the right. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Quarterback will audible. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold